Hi, my name's Claire Evans and I'm the Chief Learning Officer at the School of Humanity. So my role as Chief Learning Officer at School of Humanity is to overview the operations of the learning implementation, ensuring that the learners are learning properly to a high standard, ensuring that the learning facilitators are guiding the learners, that the sessions are running to schedule. I ensure that the educator team is functioning well as a whole. I oversee the accreditation process. So part of my role is to invite masterclass speakers to come and share their experience with the learners. So this gives the learners insight into different careers that they could go into, or just the possibilities of professional areas that they might be interested in. I also coordinate the micro internship programs, which is where learners have the opportunity to work with industry experts or companies to actually work one-to-one with them and to tackle real challenges that they are facing. And that's a really fun part of the job. So I come from an education background, initially as a science teacher, but I've actually had the experience of working through many different roles in the education sector. I've worked as an environmental studies instructor, a teacher trainer, a learning experience designer. I've worked on educational projects and in schools. Before joining School of Humanity, I set up my own program in Chile, which was called Yo Invento, which was an invention education program, which is an invention education program guiding learners through the engineering design process, and basically helping them to look for or identify problems that they could then solve by inventing a product or a prototype. So something which I love about School of Humanity is the global aspect of the global nature of the program. So we have learners from countries from all over the world interacting with each other, collaborating with each other, and really learning to become globally competent. And this is something that I find very important. So my mission at School of Humanity, or something which I'm fascinated by, is the global nature of the program. So I love how the learners come from all sorts of different backgrounds. It's a very diverse group of learners. They come from around the world. They learn how to interact with each other, how to collaborate. They learn about each other's backgrounds, and in doing so they become globally competent. And this is something which I find fundamental and super important for becoming future ready and being able to solve real world challenges, and just tackle the issues that they will inevitably encounter in the future. So School of Humanity is an online high school with an interdisciplinary curriculum and an innovative learning model. It's aimed at helping learners tackle real world challenges, so it's a challenge-based approach to education. The learners work online and they come together. It is very interactive, it's very engaging. They come away from each live session really having learnt something new. They learn how to interact and how to collaborate with each other. School of Humanity is an online high school with an interdisciplinary curriculum and an innovative learning model. So the learners come together in live sessions where they'll interact with their learning facilitator. They will interact and engage with each other and collaborate with each other. The objective is to prepare them for the future, so giving them real-world skills, the knowledge, skills and dispositions that they need to tackle real-world challenges in the future. So over the course of a term, a learner will choose to work on a challenge, and as they work on this challenge they will explore it from an interdisciplinary perspective. So they'll really look at, for example, if they've chosen something like our common humanity, they'll really explore different perspectives and different areas of what this challenge means. And as they explore it, they will then start to identify a particular area that they're interested in diving into in more depth. which they can then choose to work on as a personal project. So because the program is a challenge-based pedagogy, they'll identify their challenge and then they will really explore it and look at how they can solve it, how they can come up with their own solution. School of Humanity is a challenge-based pedagogy, so this means that learners will choose a challenge that they want to work on. They will then explore it from an interdisciplinary lens, looking at different perspectives, different ideas of what makes up this challenge. And in so doing, they will be able to identify something that they specifically would like to work on. It follows a very structured format, so the learners will engage with the challenge, and then they'll go through an investigate phase where they really try to dive deep into what their particular area or challenge or problem entails, and then they'll go into an act phase, which is where they will design a solution to the specific problem that they've identified. In the act phase, they will actually design a prototype, which in the final phase, the share phase, they will present in a global showcase. So the way that the learners learn is they will have live sessions where they interact with their peers, they'll interact with their learning facilitators. Over the course of the week, they will participate in challenge workshops where they work very closely with their learning facilitators. These sessions are very interactive, they'll collaborate with their peers, and for each challenge workshop, the learners will have done asynchronous work. So this is work that they do on a learning platform in their own time. They'll prepare for the session prior to the session with pre-session activities, and following the live sessions, they will consolidate their learning by doing a post-session activity on the learning platform. In addition, over the course of the week, they will participate in other live sessions. So these include Advisory Pathway, where they explore possibilities of the future and what they need to prepare themselves for the future, looking at things like resume writing, portfolio, looking at possibilities for university applications, etc. They'll also have their flourishing session, which is a session where they really explore mindfulness, uncovering their purpose, looking at meaning, finding their purpose in life. And finally, they have mentorship sessions. So in the mentorship sessions, they work with an industry mentor who's a specialist in the field related to the challenge that they've chosen to work on. So School of Humanity is designed in such a way that learners can really engage with their learning and with the content. They're not being lectured at, they're not being spoon-fed, they're not being told what to think or how to act or what they need to do. So they really learn how to become autonomous, how to direct their learning in a direction that they are drawn to, that is driven by their curiosity. So School of Humanity is designed the way it is to help learners engage with their learning. It's driven by their curiosity, which means that they are keen to learn, they want to learn. From each session they attend, they come away with something that helps them develop their skills, mindsets and dispositions for helping them become future ready. The way School of Humanity is designed is that the learners are not spoon-fed information, they're not told what to think or how to submit their assignments, for example. They're given guidance, they're led through their learning journey, and they really need to develop an autonomous approach to their learning. At School of Humanity, the learners learn by engaging with their learning journey, so it's driven by their curiosity. They're not spoon-fed information, they're not told what to think or how to learn. They're really guided through their learning journey, so it's driven by their curiosity, and the learners become autonomous, so they really drive their learning.